It was revealed this week that Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez held a joint meeting with Saudi boxing mogul Turki Alaki. The decision to release news on separate days was made to cover up details about a brawl that occurred in front of Alaki. Crawford had been waiting for Saudi boxing chief Alaki to persuade Alvarez into a lucrative deal, making it clear why the three met together. The meeting aimed to cut through media distractions and have an honest discussion about making the fight happen. However, Canelo's high and unrealistic demands frustrated Terence Crawford, leading to a brief exchange of heated words between the two.
One of the biggest in boxing.
We're not talking about yet about the fight. Me and you gonna know each other, and then we wanna see what happens.
As tensions escalated, Turki Alaki stepped in to calm the situation. Following his intervention, Canelo lowered his demands, making an agreement possible. This happened shortly before the two attended the Ring Magazine Awards in London, where they held further talks with the influential Alaki about the fight. According to a report from renowned ESPN journalist Julius Julianis, the pair have already reached an agreement.
Terence Crawford as one of the top 5 fights that he wants to see this year. Is that a fight that you're considering now?
We'll see.
Julius Julianis reports that Crawford and Alvarez are set to clash in Las Vegas this September, following rapid progress during talks this weekend. Turki Alaki hinted at the deal, telling Ring Magazine, "The ring is the Bible of boxing, and we're close to seeing white smoke. 2025 will be a crazy year for boxing." Alaki had previously paused discussions due to a stalemate with Alvarez, but the fighters were later seen posing with him, signaling a positive breakthrough.
We'll see. We want to talk about it, sit down really well, and figure out something.
I know you thought he was kind of
A potential showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is one of the most exciting prospects in boxing today. While the highly anticipated clash has yet to be officially confirmed, the idea of these two pound-for-pound stars meeting in the ring has captivated fans worldwide. Canelo last fought in September, successfully defending his unified super middleweight titles against Edgar Berlanga. Meanwhile, Crawford recently moved up to 154 Obs, defeating Israel Madrio to claim the WBA Super Welterweight Championship.
It's going around at the moment, including a big clash with Canelo Alvarez. Can you tell us what's going on in that situation, and can that happen next?
We shall see.
Speculation about the fight began after Terence "Bud" Crawford dethroned WBA light middleweight champion Israel Madrio last August, adding the 154 pounds title to the 3 other divisions where he's won world championships. Following Crawford's summer triumph, Canelo Alvarez defended his WDC, WBA, and WBO super middleweight titles, securing another dominant win in a division he has ruled since 2021.
Come my way, and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight.
As both fighters prepare for what could be the biggest fight of their careers, the 39-year-old two-division undisputed champion, Terence Crawford, has issued a warning to Canelo Alvarez. Speaking on social media, Crawford vowed to shock the world and emerge victorious against the Mexican superstar. "I'm gonna shock the world. Watch. The best is yet to come. I had it in my back pocket this whole time," he declared.
It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'll be a well.
Despite his confidence, Terence "Bud" Crawford faces a monumental challenge, moving up 2 weight divisions to take on 34-year-old Canelo Alvarez. The Mexican superstar has thrived at super middleweight, defeating top names like Gennady Golovkin, Caleb Plant, and Jermell Charlo. Despite the weight disparity, the prospect of this super fight continues to generate intense excitement and discussion.
I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody.
Amir Khan, the only boxer to have faced both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, shared his perspective on their potential clash in an interview with Box Nation. Khan, who fought Canelo at a 155 pounds catchweight, highlighted the Mexican's significant size advantage. Canelo is a beast. I fought both and size always wins. There's a reason we have weight divisions, Khan explained. Terence is special, but taking hits from a guy like Canelo is different. Canelo, the WBC, WBA, and WBO super middleweight champion, last showcased his power in a dominant win over Edgar Berlanga on September 14, 2024, at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
I think Canelo is a beast at that weight. Honestly, I would advise.
Amir Khan, who suffered a sixth-round stoppage loss to Canelo Alvarez, reflected on the physical challenge of facing the Mexican superstar. What a fight that would be. I'll root for my boy Terence and want him to win, but it would be tough. Does he need this fight? No. He's had an incredible career, beaten everyone, and is pound for pound one of the best, Khan said. But if it's a big payday, I get it. Why take a risky fight for less when you can take a tough fight for big money? While praising Crawford's elite skill and ability to compete at the highest level, Khan also emphasized the dangers of such a matchup, adding, "We never want to see fighters get hurt."
Canelo just outboxes. Well, no, doesn't outbox him, but I think just outpowers him and beats him to the punch. And
amid growing speculation, Canelo Alvarez added to the excitement with a brief but intriguing response. "I'm open to talk." His statement has fueled hopes that this mega fight might be closer to reality, potentially taking place in September. Meanwhile, WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson believes Terence Crawford will defeat Canelo and even make it look easy. Stevenson, a longtime supporter of Crawford, stated he's been predicting Crawford's victory over Canelo for years.
Friend, mentor, Terence Crawford. A lot of people a few years ago would have said that's crazy, but I think everybody, when they see the talent.
Terence Crawford, the WBA 154 pounds light middleweight champion, has committed to adding 14 logs to compete in the highly anticipated bout, which could be the highest payday of his career. When asked about the matchup, Shakur Stevenson confidently backed Crawford, stating, "I've been saying this for years, probably the first one to say it even before Terence did. I always thought Crawford's style beats Canelo." While Stevenson suggests Crawford will trade blows with Canelo in September, such a scenario seems unlikely, given Crawford's typical approach against powerful punches.
He's a special fighter, pound for pound. I think many will say #1 in the world, alongside the likes of people like yourself and that great list that we've got at the minute. You see the man speak.
Terence Crawford typically relies on movement, using his jab and quick, precise shots before repositioning, rather than staying stationary or engaging in relentless attacks. His aggressive performance against Errol Spence was an exception, largely due to Spence not being at his best after his car accident. It would be very risky to fight above 160 lbs. It's a new weight range, said Chris Mannix on his YouTube channel, discussing the possibility of Crawford taking a tune-up fight. Given the circumstances, it seems unlikely that Crawford will risk a tune-up fight against a super middleweight before facing Canelo Alvarez in September.
Yes, honestly, if anybody could jump up in weight classes and do it, it's Terence Crawford. I don't know nobody who is.
If Crawford competes in the super middleweight division, it would likely be at a catch weight of around 163 or 164 lbs against a middleweight moving up. Potential opponents could include Aaron McKenna, Liam Smith, Austin Williams, or Sharon Davis, fighters who pose minimal threat to Crawford and are ranked lower in the middleweight division. Hall of Famer and ESPN boxing analyst Timothy Bradley Jr. favors Terence Crawford in a matchup against Saul Canelo Alvarez.
As strong as Terence Crawford, so I can't wait to watch it.
Your gym's an exciting gym. You all bounce off each other. You got the likes of Keyshawn. Everyone's sort of mixing. That mentality in that gym, what is it? How is it?
Timothy Bradley voiced his support for Terence Crawford on his YouTube channel, addressing concerns about the weight difference. "Everyone keeps talking about the weight," Bradley said. While Crawford only recently moved up from welterweight to 154 lbs, Alvarez has fought at 168 ULBs since late 2020. Bradley also questioned Canelo's knockout power, remarking, "When was the last time Canelo knocked somebody out? It's been a while." Alvarez's most recent stoppage came against Caleb Plant in November 2021.
Told me to study Canelo, study Crawford. I'm letting y'all know right now, he about to beat the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez.